Hello and welcome. Now, I swear, this is only second growth stage. Yeah, it's not. I don't think it's got the right colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. And when I'm looking at this on the left, which it does blend in, it looks like wrong to me. So I'm going to save the game. I'll reload it if we go through and I'm wrong. But I swear this is second growth stage. Yeah, just having a bit of a look. So, and I was also, yeah, I think the whole map is going to be built in the same premise, which is that it's tight, yeah, everywhere. So this looks to me like where we go through that like that. Really, we've been given a bit of a, yeah, good way of getting into our fields, so we will use it. Yeah. And also we found that, so it's also likely that that's going to be like on the rest of the map too, so alright, let's have a look. So, remember if we've got some to throw in, or because obviously we were going to start working today, and obviously the other thing is we're not going to stay in grass forever. The amount of processing that this does is limited, so therefore if you did like 3 cuts, you'd probably be processing that for 3 years. So right, how much we've got in? Oh, we have actually got a full amount. So remind myself, what was in the sales? That there. Right, we're going to go straight through till tomorrow then. Well, yeah. No, it is 8. It is 8 as well. And are we on? No, we are on times 1. 8 o'clock. And let's see if I am right. And it is third growth stage tomorrow, where it's a little bit different, a bit more golden green than green. I should have really stayed right. Mind you, they're all the same. They are identical. Yeah, I am right. That is different. It is. So it was second growth stage. So we did need to do that. Oh my life, is that 31,000? It's 25,000 is what we're in a day. Wow, I have had generators that do more than the actual business. That's I suppose it is. That's the trouble, isn't it? Right. Well, I suppose we're out of danger. And we've now got... Yeah, then that supposes my point. Now this, I think, will keep. It makes sense to have this one right next to this. And also we were going to do this one with the forage wagon. Also, long term, I'm thinking, do we search... I mean, because we're converting fields from grass now. Do we look... Have a bit of a look with something like yeah, 71's a good field with good access, and so is 80. They're definitely staying 870. Now these are all good as long as you go that way. 70, 75 and 76. They're quite a bit bigger. So let's kind of have a bit of a quick look at to see if some of these are going to remain grass. So let's let that go for a minute. And some of them are going to, not. We don't need this much grass, because otherwise we're going to have way too much and we can't process that much grass. So it does make sense that we go more arable. We've got a harvester, but we haven't got a header, but we could always lease if push comes to shove. I must remember as well that when I do cut grass that I've got... I suppose, to be honest, we ought to be setting the crone off. We really ought. I was going to do all of these courses, and then this is going to be a bit of a weird one. Might be. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So this is field 92, which we haven't actually to date. Oh, we have. Oh, okay, yeah. My bad. Oh, I did. I was very thorough that first session. It's true. Right, let's have a go. Let's see. I'm not sure this is gonna... So, 10 meters, and we'll try 2. I don't think it's going to do any more than that. It's weird. Right, that's done 2. Yeah, I might just try 3. I don't think it'll do it, but... Oh, it has. Excellent. So, 10 meters. 10 meters. In fact, do you know what? I'm going to stop recording for a minute. I'm going to record a 10-meter course on all of them. And then I'm going to bring you back in. Yeah, see you shortly. Right, did everything but 2 fields that for some reason didn't like to do it the way I've changed it to swath mode, and we're going to like set this going while we have a good look. I'm going to grab the other, but we're going to do 1 field at a time. We're going to let the crone do this, and then we're going to bring the windrower in, and then we're going to like windrow, and I'm going to then pick up the bales. So that's what we're going to do this first time. But it is true, we're going to make so much grass for this to actually do on this first session that really what we ought to do straight away is turn this around. We've got 31,000 to buy seeds and to probably lease a seeder. Yeah, so obviously in time we're going to have a header, but we've not. Yeah, although it's a terrible. No, I'm not going to say it. It is a terrible business when you're relying on it solely because we can't earn enough due to the rates that it produces cash. Which is why I often always talk about crossover, but we've got such a limited and obviously terribly. Marty said the production's on the map. I don't know if Marty actually looked at the map. There are no productions on the map. So, also, we've got so little cash to earn, so little because of how good the production is. I mean, we've got a lot of grass. That's our one asset, but we can't actually do much with it. You'd have to like think, right, I'm gonna have. If it's 25 grand per day, that means that you'd have to at least do like 3 months. I mean, luckily we've got almost everything but a header. So we could sort of, I mean, yeah, and there are also like, I mean, there's the caster which you could use for 1 year whilst you could afford another. It's like 5 grand, and then the seeds to do. The other thing is, one thing I will say is, these fields are grass right up to the hedges. There is no headlands. That would have to change if we're swizzing from. So that means an awful lot of me using the where I use the colour, the colouring, which although not expensive, if you've only got 31 grand, you'd see quite a chunk of change gone if we're converting half of the fields. Now I've been just studying this as I was doing the things. This is the worst set of shaped fields that we've got. 69 and 67 being the worst, and 67 did cause us grief. 92 is a weird field, but I think it's because it can run over that little hiccup. 80s also, we never really had any issues with it, although it's a bit like 67, only a bit sort of different. So, those are like the best grass field. Not that one, sorry. Those 3, 4 there are the best grass. That one's also a good, but I would say because it's got in between. Oh, I suppose you could keep that a grass. But then how do you get... Yeah, you can get through it to do those. I mean, that's the other thing. It's how do you get into your field? How do you drop your header? But I do what I normally do, which is to drop it over with the telehandler. Drop it over the wall, and then it would go straight into it. So it is quite, I suppose, strategic that you'd have to have. That can be accessed that away, but we can't get the crone through that away. Which means that 67 has to stay a grass field, or you can't cut 7s until the crop's ready. So, really, in some ways, we sort of caught. Let's go and have a bit of a wander. Let's set the crone going, and we're going to have a bit of a wander, because we've sort of got to. Yeah, let's change the thing, and we'll set this going, because that's the really important thing that we need to do, which is so 92. I've already done it. We've done everything. 10 meter. Clear load. Activate. And let's set you going on first. And just watch that you should now do. Yeah, fantastic. Let's go grab. The original Massey is. No, we really want the vent, don't we? So that's still over there somewhere. Hadn't started this engine. Fence. Let's grab the big 70. It's 120. Actually, it's 120 tons. A little bit cheeky, but yeah. Can we afford to repair it? Yeah, because trailers aren't really ever that. Oh, I like. Well, when they're 41% though, that's a little bit bad. Right, we need both of these repairing. Massive 2. Yeah, a bit more than I thought, but then it was very, very poor. It's in the yellow, and that always makes a difference. It's not the best thing to really try to lug this even empty. Oh, yeah, it's 12 tons. It's four times the amount of just the tractor. Well, its combined weight is 4 times the tractor. So it's not really surprising. Oh, no, that is a point. It's not. But saying how big it is. Wow. Yeah, and this again has got an axle that actually... I mean, and this is actually, funnily enough, the smallest tractor we've actually got. So what I mean is its wheelbase is the shortest. Yeah, every single time. It's a fact of physics that as you pull around to the left, the right-hand side swings heavily that way. So really, there's very little we could do. I mean, sort of. The only thing you could sort of do is like... Oh, you can't. It does actually. Ah, there's a tree on the other side. That's why. And I'm not being nasty, but this is the type of thing, obviously, that map makers do. And again, it could be that we're not supposed to use such big equipment. Yeah, and that's hitting that corner. Right, we did it. We don't ever want to go back in the shop with this. It really is that kind of thing that's... Also, we did say we were doing that with a forage wagon. So I think we will grab that. Yeah, that is good. With the fence here, actually. Right, I'm going to go into that time lapse. It is true. Forage wagon is going to be emptying every little bit, every sort of few seconds. And being as we're trying to do a lot, it probably is wise at this session if we don't use the forage. But like, obviously, with things are changing. It's not always going to be as it is now. So, yeah. So I'm going to say my words. I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, although these are only 150s, they're special 150s in so much as they're bigger than normal. So yeah, they are like 25 tons. So it doesn't matter what tonnage they are, though. Well, no, it does, because they're always 25 tons. I can't use this, which is typical. I was really trying to be good and be like realistic, but I can't. I mean, so I'm gonna have to go with the big bag handler again. So that's a bit of a shame. But I just wanted to come out very briefly to sort of say, yeah, this was not the plan. It really wasn't. No, I was trying to do it without having to rely totally on the big bag handler. Yeah, I did also want to properly do this like this way, where the obviously it mean I'd have to fight every last bale, and that's just false. Yeah, you've got to fine-tune whatever system you're using into literally a fine-tuned sort of thing, and because these go flat like this, they're obviously designed to be put on the trailer in this particular way. The way that I've traditionally done it, I've always done it this way. It's not the way it's done in real life. They literally do go the way that I just had it, and they'll go round, like, facing outward. Now, don't get me wrong, if you don't need it like this is flat. This is, so yeah, the field where that is parked is flat. If it was like rolling downhill, your bales would want to roll off the trailer. So no, this, I think, is probably going to have to be very careful. No, I think, yeah, no, it's probably about there, slightly leaning over, because these are quite wide. Yeah, and then we go. And the thing is, obviously, there's going to be very few of the bales, because each one of these is 25 tons in weight. Yeah, so there's going to be a bit of wastage of a bale at the end, because that's just the way that the cookie crumbles. But yeah, well, sooner. I don't really know what to do, because I'm not sure. I mean, Marty said the production's on the map. There are none. Well, there's one, and that's the biogas plant. So I'm not sure. We'd have to place productions, and just not sure what to. It's gone a little bit too. Yeah. It's because I'm talking and like doing at the same time, really. So this is actually, it is a big field. Right, so let's grab a few. I'm going to go back into it. No, because we are talking. Yeah, I don't. If it takes us like 6 sessions to cut these fields, then that's how long it takes. Yeah, it is. I've got to relax. I'm getting myself all stressed up because it's a Saturday morning sort of thing, and I wanted to sort of make it good, and we've seemed to have had nothing but trouble. But it's, as I said, actually, that's the map schooling me that you can't do things the way that I would like to. Yeah, it's not. It's shown me that it's got short, very small gateways, and that I'm going to have to like pay attention to that. And I can't just do things the way that I want. Got to do things the way that the map's set up. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not like no. Oh, of course, I can't do that anymore. No. No, you can, of course. Yeah, we're going to have to. Exactly, this is what I'm really trying to say. We've had strategies. Obviously, I've favoured this a lot, and I wouldn't favour this. I was trying my very best to actually use this with the proper bale loader that we just bought, and it won't. So, I'm going to have to like go with different strategies than I've been used to before, which is actually to form layers on the trailer. So right, let's shift everybody across, because although this is, we all know that really probably one trailer is all that this our BGA will probably process, so it's not so important to do everything all in one go. We could do a trailer at a time, grab a trailer. I would like to obviously fertilise though, that's one thing I will say. Right, I mean, imagine it's this one I want, and that's not far off. By the time we grab that in there, then we should be fine. So we did not bad. That's 75 tons. Yeah, 3 bales. I thought it would help us with the amount of bales as well, but we've got to get other businesses. We really have. So it's sort of now a matter of like being very canny. I mean, the other thing is, in some ways, I do think that we should. I couldn't have afforded it, if I'm honest. So this is field 71. This is one of the biggest fields that we've actually. Oh, no, yeah, I didn't. That was my fault. Actually, I never had that clicked. Would activate and go. I'm going to quickly shut that gate because it's slightly, leaning in the way. I don't think you bothered the little ones. Oh, I meant to get the crone before it starts. I was just hoping that I'd manage that, but hey-ho. It is what it is. Yeah, there are bits of grass. It's funny, cosplay, it doesn't quite finish its ends right now. I'm sure it was tinier than this in the past, and they've, like, fine-tuned it. Now, this is where our original, we now can no longer... Oh, that is a point. Let's wait for this to go. Let's be patient, like it should be. Let that go past that, and then we'll open the gate and go through. Yeah, this is the way we can't go now. We can't actually go. We've got to go all the way now up to the bottom and actually do this all completely differently because the crone cannot get through. The baler's a good choice. It is. How small it is. It's nice. It will basically go through anything, especially when folded up. It's got a very small form factor. I was just thinking about the original. That is typical. Right in front of the gate. You couldn't write it. You couldn't actually. That is that not typical? Oh dear. Right. Yeah, I'm quite shocked that this won't go through, really, because it is about as narrow as... Can we reverse down it? It does seem a little bit shocking that it can't get down. We're not touching anything. If we are, it's like it's a lie. At the minute, I mean, we will soon be scraping, like, by the skin of our teeth, but... Okay, I don't... It's... Yeah, let's just... It is what it is. It's got us. Let's just shift and move on and do what we know we've got to do. Really? We have a way. The map maker has given us the option to go through those gates at the bottom, and that's what we're going to do. So... Right, I'm going to go back into that... time lapse, so we're going to go right back down to the bottom of those set of fields, and I've left this right my way, which is a very, very secret. Well, actually, I was going to wander, wasn't I? But the workload suddenly taken over. Do we need to cut all of them, though? Well, I did sort of say this, although it seems a good idea to rotate.
I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you're going to stick with me on this journey. And as always, as fellow shareholders on the farm, I always love to hear from you. And goodbye for now.